What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports here on a Monday. I appreciate you for stopping through. It's going to be an action-packed show. We're going to talk a little bit about what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be doing here on this off day today, a Monday. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about that offensive line, but the main focus of this show is going to be the reality of Justin Fields and his play at Latrobe, Pennsylvania so far, and maybe calm down some of the hype and some of the over-exaggerations of what he is doing currently right now in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Again, guys, welcome back to the show. Let's talk about what the Steelers are doing today. You see what the Steelers are bringing in today, maybe in some headlines, maybe in some articles, and that is bringing in a guy for a tryout at the wide receiver spot, and that is Dylan Baldwin, a guy that has been on two NFL teams, the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons, but never has played in a regular season game, a 6'2", 210-pound guy. So you look at the body type, you say to yourself, you're excited about that, but in reality, this guy has never been able to make it onto an active game day roster. So this is something probably, that you shouldn't be overly pumped about or overly excited about, a guy like him coming in here. Just another depth piece, a guy that's going to be fighting maybe to try to prove himself and get his NFL career truly kick-started and going. So that's all that move is today, but the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff will be doing that today as they evaluate and have a tryout for one Dylan Baldwin. We want to talk a little bit about that offensive line, but I'll save that for the end of the show. I want to dive into the main focus of what this video is about, what this upload is truly about today, and that is being a realist. That is telling the truth about what Justin Fields is doing in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And some of you see the headlines. Some of you yourselves say that Justin Fields should be the number one clear-cut starter on this football team. What he is doing in Latrobe, Pennsylvania is absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome, and we should be just going with him. And that should be the game one, week one in Atlanta against the Falcons. That should be the starter, no doubt about it. I think we need to slow our roll a little bit. I think we really need to think about what we're talking about here with Justin Fields. You're looking at Justin and you say to yourself what he is doing there right now. You're impressed. You're seeing clips. You're seeing clips on Twitter. You're seeing clips on Facebook, YouTube, wherever. You're seeing clips and you're saying to yourself, damn, that's awesome. But you're not getting the whole picture. You're reading articles about people talking about how great he is doing. But again, you're not getting the whole picture. Justin Fields is doing some things right and is improving every day. But you have to realize also, guys, he is in an absolute controlled environment here in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. You've seen it before. You saw it last year with Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. You saw those guys shine in camp, and you were really hype about that. So we've seen this before. We've even seen it in preseason games to where it's such a vanilla, watered-down game plan, if it's a game plan at all. You're really only running your plays, running your defense, trying to improve on the basics, man. Preseason games aren't for showing off what you're supposed to be doing or what your whole scheme is about. Going into week one, it's just not what you show. You're not showing that. You're working on the basics, the fundamentals, the things that you need to build upon in order to be successful and to do the more complex things. That's what you're doing. This is just a building blocks being put down. That's what this is right now, guys. But back to Justin Fields, and you look at some of the plays he's made, but do you realize that some of those have come after he sat in the pocket for 7 or 8 seconds? Majority of them are like 6-7 seconds. Majority. That's probably the average on some of these plays. And he's just waiting and knowing that he can't get hit. The pass rush isn't going to put him down on the ground. And what does he do? He waits it out, stutters around in the pocket a little bit, and then delivers the football. And what, ends up being an amazing throw and catch. Yeah, sure. But the cornerback, the corners, and the people covering these wide receivers, in the NFL, you're not having to cover for 7-8 seconds 90% of the time. You're just not having to do that all the time. That's just not the way things go. And quarterbacks don't get that kind of time inside of the NFL. You're looking at probably 3-4 seconds with a good offensive line. That's what you're looking at. So we got to be realists, and we got to understand that Justin Fields still has work to do, still has major deficiencies. He needs to learn to get the ball out a little bit quicker, and he needs to learn how to process the game at a little bit of a faster rate. He has to. That's the reality, guys. He has to learn to be able to anticipate and throw wide receivers and running backs, tight ends open. And that's part of the reason that it takes a little bit more time inside of the pocket for a guy like Justin Fields, because the anticipation isn't there. That all gets down to what? The processing. The processing speed for Justin Fields is still a little bit elementary, is still a little bit behind, and he's not able to get it done at the highest level yet. Now, does that mean he's not going to be able to fix this? No. Does that mean that what he has done so far at camp is for nothing? No. He has gotten quality work in, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have to be excited about getting him the opportunity to run with the ones, getting him the opportunity to be fresh and be ready to go, and to have this valuable experience that he's gaining every day at camp. But we have to be realists, guys. Tell the whole truth about Justin Fields. Don't just hype up, oh, he made this play, but it took him 8 seconds to get that done, or 9 seconds, or 7 seconds. You can't do that, man. You hear in the background of some of those reps, rush, pass rush, it's there. You hear the coaches yelling that shit. I can hear them on some of them, some of those clips. You can hear them yelling those things, talking, hey, man, you would have got sacked, man. You would have got put down, because that's the reality. And Justin Fields, yes, again, guys, he has done some things, and he needs to realize that being in the pocket, being comfortable, has to start to develop now. The time is now. He's been in the league 3 years, going into year 4. He has to start proving that he can be that guy. And this is invaluable, what he has been able to get up at Latrobe in terms of reps, and where he's been able to get those reps in terms of the depth chart as the number one. Russell Wilson is the incumbent starter, guys. He is a guy that has won a Super Bowl, played in 2, a guy that fits absolutely perfectly, like a true perfect fit puzzle piece into the Pittsburgh Steelers and their scheme for 2024 and what Arthur Smith is trying to do. You look at the scheme that's being shown to you a little bit. Double tight end sets, weird, wonky, eccentric sets and formations. You look at all those things that Arthur Smith is doing, and you look at what you're going to have to be able to do well as a quarterback. You're going to have to be able to be awesome in the action game if you're the Steelers quarterback in 2024. Russell Wilson can do that. You're going to have times to where when you do those action type things, you're going to have to be very patient in the pocket. Russell Wilson can do that. You're going to have at times athleticism to get out of the pocket. Russell Wilson can do that. You're going to have to be able to check in and out of run plays, especially when you are in those heavy formations, those double tight end sets. You are going to be able to throw out of those, but you're going to have to be a quarterback that is knowledgeable enough to be able to check in and out to keep the defense on their heels. A quarterback that is able to process and read the defense at a high level, and Russell Wilson can do those things. So we're looking at everything Russell Wilson can do well, and he seems to really fit. And we look at Justin Fields and we're wowed by some of the things that he can do. Yes, he has great athleticism. One of the best athletes probably on this entire football team. One of the best athletes probably in the NFL in terms of athleticism. But Justin has work to do. The processing issue makes everything else it just trickles down to everything else and makes huge issues for Justin. He has to get this processing issue down. You cannot take so much time. You cannot be behind the 8 ball like he is right now with what he is doing in terms of processing. This offense, I know, is new to him, so that may be something that that's slowing him down a little bit, and we will continue to see him get a little bit better each time in terms of speed, in terms of getting the ball out a little bit quicker, not waiting 7 seconds, 8 seconds every time. Hopefully we'll see something better out of him this year or this preseason as it continues to go. But again, don't get so hype about the preseason games either. You're not getting anybody game planning against you. You're not getting anybody bringing their best stuff against you. We learned our lesson last year with one Kenny Pickett, whom right now they don't even know if Kenny Pickett is going to win the second quarterback role in Philadelphia, and everybody talking about how much, he was going to challenge Jalen Hurts and bullshit. And I told you, bullshit. Kenny Kitten Mittens has no intestinal fortitude. He won't be able to battle out there. He don't look like a fighter to me. So I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. And you see now, people are saying that they don't even know if he will be the second quarterback in line for the Philadelphia Eagles for the 2024 season. And he's going against a no-namer, Tanner something. So, yeah, you see that. And we've learned our lesson there. So I think we should take the lessons from 2023's preseason and apply them to what you're seeing now with Justin Fields and realize, guys, there's a lot more into being special at the quarterback position in the NFL than being able to go up against vanilla defenses, having an exuberant amount of time to throw the football. You have to just really weigh those things and really think about the whole picture, and don't believe all this clickbait all the time to where people are, Justin Fields is going to challenge for this starting job right now. He's doing everything right. He's playing lights out. Give the whole picture. Let the fan base see everything before they're so blinded by what we're all saying, man. So really look at the whole picture, listen to everything that you can listen to, then formulate your opinion. That's all I'm asking whenever it comes down to these quarterback positions and things of that nature. Also, let's really quickly talk about that offensive line here on a Monday. You've seen good things out of them, guys. You have Nate Herbig, who's right now playing number one role at the center position, where I truly think Zach Frazier has improved steadily throughout camp, that you will see Zach Frazier in Atlanta week 1 as the starter. I truly believe that. But that frees up many other players, or frees up Herbig, rather, to do other things. He could play guard at a high level, I think. So, you have Daniels and Siamalu. If there's injury there, you have a veteran guy in Herbig that can get in and fill in there. You have Herbig, who will be able to be the center. So, he could fill in there. So a guy like him, very valuable right now to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then you look at some of these young guys, these year 2 guys that you have to be excited about, like a Spencer Anderson, maybe a Dylan Cook, those types of guys. What about a first-year guy like Mason McCormick? I think the Steelers are getting a log jam right now at the guard position. You have James Daniels, Isaac Siamalu, Mason McCormick again. I think I would be comfortable with him. You look at Spencer Anderson and what he's been able to do the last 2 camps, in my opinion, this camp and last year. And I think I would be ultra comfortable with Spencer Anderson being the starter for 2024 even. So what do you do if you're the Steelers? You have some deficiencies. You would like to add maybe a big name wide receiver. What do you do? Do you add one of these guys that maybe is a surplus on the offensive line in order to make your trade package a little bit stronger? Do you get rid of a Dan Moore Jr.? I would. I think so. I think that he has not played up to the standard in which he needs to at left tackle. And I think you have 2 young guys there, and Broderick Jones, Troy Fautanu. I think you have 2 young, outstanding guys that can get the job done. Yes, depth would be a concern. Maybe you keep Dan Moore Jr. What about trading a guy like a James Daniels maybe, or Nate Herbig maybe? What if you put those guys into the trade package? Because again, I told you, I feel comfortable with the other guys. I feel comfortable with Spencer and Dylan and all those guys, Mason McCormick. I feel comfortable with the young talent along this offensive line, and once was a deficiency last year, I think is becoming a real strength of this football team in the run game, in the pass game. I think that this offensive line has a real chance to be ultra successful and truly, truly shine. I really, truly believe that. But guys, there are options available there. And again, I keep telling you, keep watching out. There's a big move looming somewhere. I don't know what position it'll be. I don't know what the Steelers will do. I don't know if it's re-signing one of their other player or their players they currently have. I don't know. But there's a move. There's something that is going to happen before this offseason wraps up, before the Steelers hit the regular season trail for 2024. I truly believe there is one more big move that is going to happen for your Steelers. And again, I'm not sure what that is, but I just got that feeling. So So keep your eyes open on some of these things. Yes, the deficiency still lies a little bit in the wide receiver room in some people's eyes. Also, the offensive line maybe having a little bit of a surplus, maybe being one of the strengths. So there's some things there that you could look at. So this team can do some special things, I think, in terms of moving players around, in terms of roster management here in 2024. So definitely could be exciting, guys. I'm going to start wrapping it up again. So much going on, man. We will be back tonight at about 8:15 for our daily live stream here on Mic Drop Sports. I'm Jason. This is our daily upload, and I would thank you so very much, man, for a great weekend of content and support from you guys. You guys, double digits, memberships, donations, super chats. It's been a wild ride this weekend, so I appreciate you all so very much, because without you guys, this thing don't go. So thank you again for lending me your ear a couple times a day to talk Pittsburgh Steelers football. So until tonight, I'm Jason. This is Mic Drop Sports. Peace.